welcome back inside the Collins Arena as we get set for Game 2 of our doubleheader this evening with Brookdale taking on Rowan College. Brian Gadsworth back here with you, rest of our Brookdale TV crew as well. As you see the player introductions in front of us as we speak, there are the Rowan Roadrunners, and their starting lineup tonight goes as follows: Alex Angeles, Nick Sambor, Jeremy Fleming, Tim Schultes, and Kevion Alexander. And now the home jersey blues being introduced as we speak. There you see DeAndre Smith. The rest of the Brookdale lineup will be Jelani Carter, Dave Calloway, Tyler Hawkins, and Alan Ozoje. Ozoje making his return to the lineup. He's been in and out the last week or so dealing with a couple of different ailments. So the starting lineups introduced. These teams meeting for the second and final time this season as Brookdale has clinched a postseason berth. They will take part in the Region 19 tournament set to begin toward the end of this month by virtue of having a winning record this season. And they have 4 games left to play after tonight's tilt is over. Ozoji for Brookdale and Kevion Alexander for the Roadrunners set to take the draw. And we are underway. Brookdale controls the opening tip. Jersey Blues 8-2 here at home. So often they dominate here on their home floor. Jelani Carter trying to work his way out of a nightmare shooting slump. Calloway knocks down a 3. Dave Calloway right off the bat tonight to get things started. Sambor, he can't answer back. The offensive rebound to Angeles. Reset of the shot clock. Angeles working inside. Can't convert, and Ozoji pulls it down. And we got a whistle. That is going to be the first foul of the game committed by Rowan. Minute gone by, just underway tonight. Ozoji sets the high screen. Calloway, another. This one is off, and it's rebounded by Angeles. Angeles, hard drive, and he doesn't get the roll. And Brookdale was out of bounds trying to get the rebound. So that will give another opportunity to Rowan. With the shot clock reset at 30. Sambor handles, Calloway watching. Here is Schultz, drills it. Tim Schultes on a 3-pointer. So each side has converted on 1 3-point basket, accounting for all the scoring about 2 minutes in. Carter, jump shot, way off. Schultes hands it off, open look, Sambor, you bet. So 2 3-pointers for the Roadrunners, and Paul Chizek, as you see him often do when he's upset with how his team begins things, takes an early timeout, not even 2 minutes in, and a 6-3 Roadrunner advantage. 30-second timeout. Brookdale huddled up there, and it's a team that overall is at 13-9. Been a little bit of a roller coaster ride this season. They've had some inconsistencies throughout the year, but one thing is certain: when you're led by Paul Chizek, chances are it's going to be a winning year, because it has been the case so often in his reign, now 28 years as the head coach. So after the quick timeout, it'll be Brookdale basketball. No substitutions yet. Hawkins has provided a spark since joining this team's second semester. DeAndre Smith, short. Offensive rebound, Hawkins. And Hawkins throws it away, looking for a cutting Carter. And now here is Adam Kukai checking in for DeAndre Smith. Angeles a 3. That's no good. The offensive rebound. Fleming can't hit. Hawkins the rebound. He's running with it. Threads the needle for Ozoji, who couldn't finish, but he tips it back home. Ozoji getting up on Alexander. Loose ball, scooped up by Kukai. 3-on-2 developing. Kukai on a bounce. Ozoji, oh, it came out of nowhere. Tim Schultes. The emphatic rejection, and worth another look. Batting it away with his left hand. And even 3 minutes have expired. Brookdale down by 1. Callaway looking, fires it in for Kukai, and blocked again. And then a foul. And they call the foul on Brookdale, and Paul Chizek is not happy. I'm not sure what the call was. I don't think it was a foul, but it's Rowan basketball. Stan Martin has come on for the Roadrunners. Handed off for Martin. His three-pointer is short, and Callaway elevates for the rebound. Callaway spots Kukai from a tough angle, no. And picked up by Fleming, and another whistle. Rowan with the ball in a 1-point lead. It's been a tough year for the Roadrunners. Overall, they're at 7-18. Will not qualify for postseason play. Missed from the outside that time by Martin. Or I should say Sambor. Here's the high screen. Hawkins for Kukai, who backs up with it. Now Hawkins, a jumper, rims off. Racing ahead is Angelis. Schultes short. And on the floor with it, will be a tie-up. Sambor and Carter going for the basketball. And it's staying right here. And we'll have a timeout on the floor. It's taken by Rowan College. 15:48 to go in this first half. Full timeout. We'll be right back.
Student Life Board Treasurer. I am a Brookdale student.
Early minutes of this one, Rowan with a 1-point lead, 6-5. Inbounder is Angelis. Sambor using the high screen, bounces, Schultes, pull-up jumper, no, and Carter the rebound. Carter for Kukai. Now Carter gets inside, nice pass, Ozoji for 2. So when you're in a big shooting slump like Carter is, sometimes it's best to be a facilitator as he was on that possession. Gives Brookdale its first lead. Angelis one-on-one with Callaway using the screen. And an offensive foul is called. Five minutes gone by. Brookdale by 1. Carter. He uses the screen. Ozoji, that's not his range. Steps into a jumper. Stan Martin brings it ahead. Schultes. Offensive rebound, Sambor in a crowd. He gets it to go. Seesaw affair in the early going. Rowan back with the edge by 1. And that is picked up by the Roadrunners. Fell before the shot, and as Stan Martin put it up, and Brookdale is going to pick up their second. DeAndre Smith in for Callaway. Schultes posting in and out, and Ozoji's got it. Hawkins a crossover. Swings it out, Kukai can't handle. Now Paul Chizek will make a substitution. Tyrese Bryant for the first time. Roadrunners up by 1. Angelis lost it, and it's going in Brookdale's direction. And Smith got a bump way outside from Angelis, and for Rowan, that is their third of the first half. For Angelis, his first. Schultes substitutes out of the game. Ozoji, a two-man game with Carter, and he banks it in. Stan Martin, he makes his move. Hard to the rim, swatted by Ozoji. Brookdale's leading shot blocker, and he would have none of that. Worth a second look. And Martin had no chance. 13 to shoot now. Get it outside. Here's a jump shot that is no good. And picked up by Carter. Kukai to the basket, and a foul is called. So Adam Kukai to the free throw line. It'll be his first attempts. Brookdale with the 1-point lead at 9-8. Kukai out of Staten Island, New York, and he's got them both. Angeles. And it's going the other way. Offensive foul away from the ball. It appears that Rowan has a couple of numbers in the game that we don't have on our roster, so we apologize for that. We'll try to get that straightened out. DeAndre Smith on a foul called. He'll shoot free throws. So it'll be DeAndre Smith, freshman from Neptune City. 72% free throw shooter. His first one is good. Tyler Hawkins in, replacing Carter. (13-8). Brookdale started slow, but now working with their largest lead. Schultes in the post. No, Zoji was there to contest that. Now Brookdale's running. Smith leads the charge. And Smith is called on a double dribble. And we are going to have a timeout. Paul Chizek discussing with one of the officials. 12:16 to go until halftime. Brookdale is up by 5. (12:16 to play here in the first half. Brookdale 13, Rowan College 8. It's Rowan basketball outside the timeout. Brookdale showing some pressure in the backcourt. Smith gets up defensively on Sambor. Schultes fires in and out. That was halfway down, and the rebound is to Kukai. Ozoji can hit, and the rebound taken by Sambor. Into the hands of Fleming. Sambor inside draws the foul. So Nick Sambor, the freshman. A Rowan team that has pretty good balance with their roster, freshmen to sophomores. 3 upperclassmen. Sambor out of Williamstown, New Jersey. As Jelani Carter is in for Ozoji on the Brookdale side. Sambor, 57% free throw shooter, and he makes them both. Here's Carter, one-on-one, his three-pointer, no. Rebound Martin. Stan Martin, high screen comes. Martin back at the top. 10 to shoot now. Hawkins got a swipe on it, but a reach-in foul is going to be called. It'll be Brookdale's fourth. And for Hawkins, it's his second. Sambor to trigger in. Ozoji was a very quick breather for the big man, and now he comes in for Hawkins. Inbound it, Fleming, contested underneath, gets the roll. Nicely done with the left hand. It's a 1-point game. Ozoji. Offensive foul is going down hard with Schultes. I'm not sure if that was part acting on the part of Schultes. Otherwise, that was a rather hard lean in from Ozoji. Fleming. Here is Martin, long three, no. And the rebound is collected by Carter. Hand it off for Carter. Swing it, Callaway is open for three. Ozoji tips it a couple of times. Eventually Martin grabs hold of it. Pull-up jump, Sambor off the mark, and it's Brookdale basketball. Reset the Brookdale lineup. They have Callaway with Kukai, Smith, Carter, and Ozoji. About halfway through this first half. Jersey Blues lead by one. Nice move, DeAndre Smith. Martin gets it set up at the top. Here's a jumper from the outside, in and out. And the loose ball is to Smith. Smith, a jump shot. And again, we don't have number 10 for Rowan on our roster, so we'll hope to get that corrected at the halftime break. It's not on our program, so it's an unidentified roadrunner for the time being. 10 to shoot now. Cutting to the basket, Fleming, and it's thrown away. (15 to 12), Brookdale. Jersey Blues have one more home game on the season after tonight. That'll be a weekend date against Rockland. Foul there as Kukai was hit. 17 foul against the Roadrunners. And it's Kukai who will shoot 1-and-1. 60% free throw shooter is the freshman. And he will get another attempt. Kukai was one of Brookdale's leading scorers in the early part of the year. He's tailed off, missed some time. Still a solid offensive contributor, averaging just under 8 points per game. Second attempt, and he got them both. Danny Williams has come on for Rowan. He handles. Martin, catch and fire. No good. Ozoji contacted by Schultes, and he'll be called on the loose ball foul. More free throws coming as we walk to the other end. Ozoji, 56% free throw shooter. Another guy who has been instrumental to Brookdale's success this year misses that one in a 1-and-1. Martin, Callaway goes down, and it's an offensive foul. That's one thing that Callaway has down pat, how to take the charge. First called against Martin. 9 team fouls already for the Roadrunners. And we still have about 8.5 minutes to play in the first half. Jersey Blues with a 5-point lead. Ozoji sets the screen. Kukai for Ozoji down low. And he's unable to convert. Carter, though, does. Schultes fakes, drives, reverse. And that was blocked. Ozoji got a piece of that one. Inbounder is Williams. Williams takes the handoff, jump shot, air ball, and Carter the rebound. Carter, a crossover, gets to the basket, and a jump ball is called. Balchizek ordering out instructions. Brookdale will switch inbounders. It'll be Smith. Change for the Roadrunners as Angelis comes in for Martin. 11 to shoot for Brookdale. They'll have to be mindful of that. Smith in for Carter, but it's an offensive foul. Paul Chizek looking for an explanation. Danny Williams. Smith defending him. A crossover, pull-up jump, bucket. As Williams is fouled hard, he hits the deck. I'm sorry, Smith. There you see head coach Will Logan. He's in his first season as the head man in charge of the Rowan program. Smith, a 72% free throw shooter. One more attempt coming up for the freshman from Neptune City, whose 17 starts are tied for the most by a Jersey Blue this season, as they've worked through a number of different lineup combinations. It's a year for Brookdale where they haven't been as strong on the offensive side, but still a winning team. Sambor the miss, corralled by Ozoji. Under 7 minutes to go now in the half. High screen Ozoji. Callaway to the foul line, throws it away. Kukai stumbled, and it's Roadrunner basketball. .6:46 remaining, first half. Glad you're with us on this Brookdale TV doubleheader with the Jersey Blues taking on Rowan College. Stan Martin working around and now back inside. Angeles, he gives it up. Williams fires away, and he's got it. Danny Williams a triple. Brookdale lead is 4. Smith running the point. Tyrese Bryant gets a touch. 12 to shoot. Smith bumped, and a foul called. That'll mean free throws. Rowan is over the limit. They are in double figures. Smith back to the line. Foul works against Danny Williams. And 2 out of 2 for Smith. One note in Brookdale's last game, which we did just on Tuesday, the 86-80 win against Cumberland. Jersey Blues did an outstanding job closing out that game by making their free throws, something that has bit them on many occasions this year. But in that game, they went 25 of 32, good for 78%. Williams, contact, no foul called. Brookdale's running, 4-on-1 potentially. Kukai mishandles, but they say last touch Roadrunners. And so Brookdale perhaps catches a break, and they will inbound. And now Will Logan is going to spend a timeout. 5:37 left to go. First half action from the Collins Arena. Full timeout. We'll be right back. 23-17. Brookdale on top of Rowan College. It will be an inbounds for the Jersey Blues. Smith to trigger in. Bounce it in for Kukai, puts it up and in. Nice execution on the out-of-bounds play. Extends the Jersey Blue lead to 8. Danny Williams, too strong, long rebound Smith. Looks up the floor, attacks. Carter. Struggles continue from the outside. Offensive rebound, Smith able to keep it alive. Hard drive, and it doesn't go. Rebound, Martin. Angeles finds a man, and it's taken away by Carter. Saves it over the head. Beautifully done. And Smith with the left hand for 2. Williams using the screen. Bounces. Swatted by Ozoji. Martin against Kukai, and it's going the other way. Callaway set to check in. Ozoji setting the screen. Now he puts up a jumper, and he's got it! Alan Ozoji extending the range. And it's 30-17. Oh, Williams lost his footing, but it's rescued by the Roadrunners. They stay with possession. Angelis drive and kick. Williams fires, in and out, and Ozoji the rebound. Carter looking for the range. Backs up with it. Ozoji, this time he drives to the basket and he's fouled. Ozoji back to the line. 56% free throw shooter, the freshman from Union, New Jersey. At 6'8", he is the tallest player on the Jersey Blues. Kukai defending. Williams. As we come up on the 3-minute mark, that jumper is good by number 10 of the Roadrunners. So it's an 11-point Brookdale lead, 31-20. Carter takes the pass. And he lost it out of bounds. Rowan has lost its last 5 in a row. That comes after a stretch, though, of their best basketball this season when they won 5 of 6. But for the most part, it has been a down year for Will Logan's group. 11 games under 500. Angelis can't connect. Offensive rebound, Alexander. Sambor inside, lost it in the paint. Picked up by Alexander. No shot. And they got a Brookdale foul. Foul is on Ozoji. So Alexander to the line. Another guy with good size at 6'7", Camden, New Jersey product. High arcing release, no good. He's able to get it back though, and he scores. Carter. Here comes number 10 for the Roadrunners, going all the way. Can't scoop it in. And Callaway gets on the floor. Callaway always doing the dirty work. Callaway calling for it in the post. Double team comes. Backs up to the corner. Swings it. Bryant reels it in. 10 to shoot. Kukai backing up with 6. With 3, Callaway fires. Oh, he's got it. The shot clock was winding down, and Callaway makes it happen. Intercepted by Ozoji. Brookdale running. Handed off for Carter. Carter to the basket for the layup. Under a minute to go now in the half. Danny Williams into the paint. Travel is called. A pair of Brookdale defenders were there to force the turnover. DeAndre Smith checks in for the final 44.5. Ozoji gets a break. And Carter is going to take a timeout. So Brookdale didn't have anything working in that possession, and Carter wisely makes the stoppage. 30-second timeout with 28 and a half ticks to go, first half.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the halftime, we will have counselors from the Brookdale's Mental Health and Wellness Department speak on mental health and what resources Brookdale has to offer. And we'll be at halftime.
Rowan has broken the huddle. Brookdale set to follow as they try to arrange a good shot here as they operate with a 14-point lead. Brookdale started slow in the opening minutes, but have picked it up considerably. Jersey Blues with Smith, Kukai, Callaway, Bryant, and Carter. 5 bunched up on the floor. 10 to shoot now. Callaway handling. 5 seconds on the clock. Callaway into the paint with a shot. It's good. Shot clock turned off now. Final 10 seconds. Across midcourt is Angeles. Loses it, but a foul is called. And Paul Chizek has his arms out. He cannot believe it. And it's going to send Angeles to the free throw line, where he shoots it at an excellent clip, 92% for the sophomore from Hollywood, Florida. First attempt, they got it. It would have been fitting if Alex Angeles was from Hollywood, California, but he's from Florida. Final 5 seconds of the half. Bryant for Carter, 3 on the way, no. Rebound, Kukai doesn't go at the horn, and they might have gotten a foul before time expired. We'll see. I think there's a discussion about this now with 2 of the officials as Kukai put it up quickly. Brookdale hoping that they'll have free throws before the half expires, but we'll see if that's the case. Kukai is ready to shoot. The officials have yet to give the official indication as Brookdale is huddled up near their bench, but it appears Kukai is going to get free throws out of it. 60% shooter, a half second remaining on the clock. First one, good. And he got them both. 0.5 of a second remain. Angeles opts not to fire it across midcourt, and so the first half is in the books. A good one for the home Jersey Blues in their second to last home game of the season. The score after 20 minutes of play tonight, Brookdale 40, Rowan 24. And with that, we will take a break for the half and come back when the second half is ready to get underway here on Brookdale TV.
Committee partnered with the Student Life and Activities Department at Brookdale Community College to spread awareness tonight towards mental health. People may have trouble adjusting to the demands of the college or in the work field. These struggles can bring added stress, and sometimes they need some help coping with it all. Approximately 1 in 5 people in the United States experiences mental illness in a given year, and yet nearly 40% of them don't seek treatment or help from others. Researchers show that people with mental illness have fewer opportunities related to work, independent living, primary health care because of public stigma. The negative stigma on mental health is a serious issue in today's society, and this needs to change immediately. With the help of Brookdale Community College, we have had a mental health and wellness counseling services that has professionally trained and New Jersey licensed counselors. They provide personal and psychological counseling to help students deal with relationships, feelings of anxiety, depression, substance use, family difficulties, serious personal crises that they may be experiencing. With all these issues, all these conversations are confidential and in a safe, supportive, and accepting environment. We can help you clarify issues, provide support and guidance, and work towards solutions, and your well-being is very important to Brookdale Community College. Together, as a community, we should rethink the stigma of mental health issues and empower people to get the help they need without fear of judgment, isolation, or discrimination. With that being said, I would like to now introduce our clinical counselors, Jeff and Alicia from our Brookdale Mental Health and Wellness Center, who will speak a little bit more on mental health awareness.
All right, so as Dave was saying, we offer free mental health services here at Brookdale for any current students. And like he was mentioning, some of the issues that people come in with, there's certainly a lot more. And we're just basically here to help anyone who feels like they need support, even if it's just to come in and talk. I know what it's like to be balancing school and work and everything else, and so we really understand what that's like and the stress, time management, and yeah, we really are able to talk to anyone about anything. We have access to other resources that you may need.
Like they were both saying, I mean, mental health is health. You go to a doctor when you're sick. Go to a counselor when you have stuff on your mind that you don't really know how to deal with. We're here for you. We're free. Even if it's something small, big, if it's a problem, it's a problem. And why not go into a place that helps you solve those problems so that, you can live your best life.
And we hear a lot from students that come in feeling like they're the only one going through this, and it's definitely not true. You're not alone in what you're experiencing, and we're here to help you with whatever that is.
And just to piggy off of what they said, if any student or faculty or any type of person around the community of Brookdale is facing depression or anything in that matter, no one's ever alone, and the worst thing that you could do is keep silent. So again, we'd like to thank Jeff and Alicia for spending their time with us today. They will be here for a little bit longer, right above the suite, if they have any questions. And again, the Brookdale Mental Health and Wellness Department is located in MAC 109. So if you have any other questions, they are always open. And if you have any other questions, like I said, Jeff and Alicia will be here for a little bit longer. Thank you.
Second half is underway. Opening possession for Rowan. Strip but a foul as they get DeAndre Smith. And he's a bit frustrated. Jersey Blues in front, 40-24. Along with the rest of our Brookdale TV crew, I'm Brian Goudsward. It'll be another opportunity for the Roadrunners. Down by 16. They've got a couple of roster notes to mention that I got cleared up during the halftime break. Alex Angelis, a spin and kick for Fleming, in and out for three. Offensive rebound, and Alexander will shoot free throws. So Rowan had one player appear in the game, number 21. That would be Andrew Spates. And the other was number 10, who we had on our program, but with a different number. So number 10 is Marquise Muse. The free throw is no good for Alexander. So we apologize for not having the proper player identification for those two earlier on. And Alexander, that high release, no good. And a battle for it there with Sambor, and it'll be Brookdale who will take over. Jersey Blues, a little different look to start the half. The five on the floor is Hawkins, Smith, Carter. And Mateo Del Moral is in, as is Demir Fitch, two players who did not see any action during the first half, but start the second half on the court. Hawkins, it was a pretty quiet first half for him. Carter spots up, and the rebound one-handed by Schultes. Dangerous pass taken away by Brookdale at midcourt. Smith can't finish. Tip in no. Carter's got it back, and he's fouled. It'll be an inbound situation. It's a Rowan team that racked up the foul number in the first half. They were in double figures with plenty of time to spare. And that's an offensive foul. So Brookdale gives it away. Demir Fitch called on it away from the ball. Sambor able to pick it up. Schultes, high post, makes his move to the basket. Can't get it to fall. Offensive rebound, swatted by Ozoji as Alexander put it up. Schultes has it back. Driving in and getting fouled is Sambor as he couldn't finish with the left hand. Free throws coming. 57% free throw shooter, the freshman from Williamstown, rattles home the first. In and out, and the rebound, Del Moral. Carter inside, reverses it home. Angelis, strong drive for the bucket. Hawkins, a three. Count it. For Hawkins, a fairly quiet night thus far. Maybe that gets him going. Schultes comes back with a three of his own as the Roadrunners get a three-pointer, get 3 points closer. One-hand pass for Fitch, roaming baseline, and he's fouled. Fitch, who struggles in this department, 47% shooter. Freshman from Hoboken, up in North Jersey. Pair of substitutions for the yellow jerseys. Andrew Spates checks in, and Before the second free throw, we're going to have a timeout. 30-second timeout. You're watching Brookdale basketball on Brookdale TV. Second game of our doubleheader tonight. Jersey Blues up by 15, 45-30 on the Roadrunners. One more attempt coming for Fitch outside the timeout. You got it. Three minutes gone by in the second half. Angeles picks it up and for two. Del Moral in the corner. Fitch grabs hold of it. Scrambling. Brookdale keeps it, 17 on the timer. Brookdale has Carter, Smith, Hawkins, Del Moral, and Fitch. Same unit that started this half. Rolls out of bounds. And again, staying with the Jersey Blues, Callaway readies to come in, takes off the practice jersey. And there's the buzzer as he comes in for Del Moral. Smith triggers, too strong, and the rebound ripped down by Alexander, and he traveled. He fell to the floor, and that's a turnover for Rowan. And the officials conferring. They don't change any call, doesn't appear. Smith to inbound. Carter sets it up. Clarence Celius is in. Ball in his hands. Spinning in the lane. Follow good for Hawkins. Angeles, jumper, count it. Long two-pointer for Alex Angeles. Smith lost it at midcourt. Sambor goes up and lays it in. Hawkins got back for the contest, but the basket is good. Brookdale 48, Rowan 36. Callaway fakes, drives, finds Hawkins, puts up a three. No, long rebound. Celius got it. On a foul. Team foul number 3 of the half. This one is on Nick Sambor. Hawkins, jab step. Celius puts it up. Off the rim, tip in, no. Loose, claimed by Sambor. Crossover on Callaway, drives, no good, and Celius the board. Hawkins up the floor, pass tip into the hands of Callaway. Callaway puts it on the floor, and he's fouled hard as he hits the painted area and gets assisted to his feet by Celius. Callaway to shoot. It's just one of those players who's does a lot of the dirty work. You see him scrambling for the loose balls, taking charges, occasionally can chip in on the offensive end. Kind of guy you want to have on your team. As Jeremy Fleming comes in for the Roadrunners. Callaway, one more attempt. And he gets the roll. Angeles can't finish. Offensive rebound swatted by Carter. Spates the one who tried on the second effort. Hawkins is hit. Team foul number 5. It'll be an inbound. Callaway, lob it out top. Leaping up is Kukai. One hand pass Callaway, ball movement, Carter. Yes! Oh, to Jelani Carter, need that. Stan Martin. A lot of dribbling on Hawkins. Backdoor cut. Fleming to the corner. Angeles, he drills it. Alex Angeles, a corner triple. 6 minutes gone by. Maybe the one from Carter is the one to get him going. Kukai off. Rebound Angeles. Pass tipped by Hawkins into the hands of Fleming. And is able to score. 53-41. Brookdale by 12. Callaway fake. Hawkins gets the defender in the air. Driving. On a travel is called. Celius checks out. Beyond Wilson for the first time in the game. He, the king of the alley-oop. Angeles gets it to go. Nice move. And there's a burst of noise that came from kind of an unknown source, I guess. As Carter's making it rain. Back-to-back 3 balls for Brookdale's top weapon at one point this season from behind the arc. Angeles. Fleming a back in, poked away by Carter. He stays with it. 12 to shoot. Sambor swings it. Martin on a bounce. Swatted! And then able to pick it up is Spates for the bucket. But how about the rejection on the initial shot attempt? Carter bombs away. Oh! He is feeling it now. No more slump. Number 3 is on point. Martin driving, shot up, no good, and Hawkins the rebound. Ahead of the floor is Carter. Carter to the basket. No, tip in by Kukai. Hawkins is there. And he's called for steps. The one official comes sprinting in, I guess anticipating a possible scuffle, but that's thwarted before it begins. Jelani Carter has gotten going, and that is good news for Brookdale. Martin, 3. Front rim. Callaway is on it. Threads the needle. Kukai picks it up. Shovels for Hawkins. Yes, off the glass. The action really picking up here in the second half. Foul on Sambor's drive to the basket. Callaway, the artist at taking the charge, but this time he'll be guilty of a block. Hawkins will jog toward the bench. Danny Williams inbounds. Sambor driving, floater, bucket. "11 minutes to go. Kukai bumped along the baseline, a push call. It'll be team foul number 6, assessed to Rowan. Will Logan looking on. It's been a trying opening season for the Roadrunner head coach. Bounce for Hawkins for the bucket. And we've seen that on a couple of occasions tonight. Brookdale executing exquisitely on the out-of-bounds plays. Lead back to 16, 63-47. Angeles, a three. He's got it. Timeout after the made basket taken by Rowan College. We're down at 10:39 remaining. Second game of our doubleheader. We'll be right back here on Brookdale TV. 10:39 to play. As the action has picked up in a big way here in the second half. And it has been Jelani Carter leading the charge for the Jersey Blues. Slump no more from behind the arc. He at one point had been something like 6 for his last 55 from three-point range, but he's got a trio of them here to start this half. And Brookdale has themselves a 63-50 lead. Outside timeout with possession. Brookdale has Hawkins, Callaway, Kukai, Carter, and Wilson. Hawkins misfires on a three. Carter's got it back. He gets it to go, +1. And Jelani Carter has got it working from all angles now. Tim Schultes in for Rowan, and he replaces Andrew Spates. And Carter, this is where you want him, at the line, 90% free throw shooter. This one is no good. Brookdale maintains a 15-point lead. Angeles hit the last three for the Roadrunners. Callaway draws the assignment. High screen comes. Angeles stripped by Callaway, and he leads Wilson up the floor, who's mugged. Sambor gets back for the hard foul. Wilson gets up to his feet, and he'll shoot. So Wilson, who has seen limited action tonight, but he has been something of a human highlight reel for Brookdale this season, mainly on receiving end of alley-oops. 47% free throw shooter, and he got the first. Second attempt. Good. 67-50, Brookdale in front. Past the halfway mark of the second half. Williams comes to the ball. He knocks it down. Danny Williams from behind the three-point line. Long pass from Callaway to Wilson, and he's stripped. Angeles the other way. Angeles to the basket. Righty layup, count it, and one. Blocking foul called. So Alex Angeles, who averages better than 15 points a game, there you see his last one. And he's got a chance to add one more at the line where he shoots it at 92%. Hawkins through the paint, wild shot, follow no, but Wilson draws the foul. And we're going to be on track for a whole lot of free throws the rest of this one, with the fouls piling up once again. Rowan has already committed 9 of them, Brookdale 6. Second attempt for Wilson. Short. Angeles makes his move, swatted by Kukai. He and Wilson were both there defensively. Angeles to trigger it in. Williams trying to free himself. Instead, it's in for Schultes. And another foul is called, and Paul Chizek is not pleased. The fouls are starting to become ticky-tack at this point. Schultes now a free throw opportunity. Foul is on Carter. It's his third. 71% shooter, 1-1. He'll get another. Doesn't get the roll, knocked out of bounds, and it stays here. The applauds by the Roadrunner bench. And Alan Ozoji is going to be pressed into service. And now make it a second sub with DeAndre Smith replacing Callaway. Schultes. Unable to convert, tip in, no. Schultes has it back. Can't finish again, and Ozoji for Brookdale. Ozoji. He's hacked. And he will shoot 2. That will be number 10 committed by Rowan here in the half. Ozoji, a 56% free throw shooter. Under 9 minutes to go. Brookdale 69, Rowan 57. Angeles. Schultes got Ozoji in the air, and he's fouled. So Schultes back to the stripe. And 2 out of 2. 10-point Brookdale lead. Trying to close this one out. Kukai Long rebound, Carter picks it up. Ozoji for Smith, his three-pointer is no good, rims out. Hawkins the uncontested putback. Schultes. Here is Fleming, he hits. Carter. Oh my goodness, Jelani Carter. Once a shooter gets going, forget about it. Jelani Carter cannot be stopped now. Williams, the answer, no. And Smith tracks down the long rebound. Carter bombs away! Sambor all the way, yes, and the foul. Beyond Wilson set to check in. Sambor trying to add one more at the line. And he's unable to. Rebound Kukai. Kukai floats it up. Wilson comes flying in. Angelis. Stripped by Smith. Wilson leads Kukai. Runs it down. Saves. Hawkins unable to keep it with Brookdale. Long pass ahead. Taken by Angelis, and he'll circle back. Cross court. Williams lines it up. And he's out of bounds. Timeout. Paul Chizek will bring his group together. 6:32 to play here at the Collins Arena. Second game of our doubleheader. We'll be right back here on Brookdale TV. Final 6:32 to go. Brookdale trying to hold off the Rowan Roadrunners. They've led for most of the way tonight, but Rowan has kept it from being a blowout. And Brookdale's second half heroics have been provided by one Jelani Carter. He scored double figures in this half alone. And finally broken out of his nightmare shooting slump. Carter thought about putting it up. Shot clock's down to 5. Swing it inside, but it's picked off. Fleming. Danny Williams. And he just fired it to the bleachers. And he's a little shaken up. Danny Williams still down. And he will require some medical attention. Pete Fusco and head coach Will Logan will both now go over. Looked like it could have been some sort of leg injury. Looks like they are looking at the left leg. Paul Chizek going over instructions with his team while they tend to the injured Roadrunner. And he now will be assisted to his feet and is walking with a noticeable hobble toward the Rowan bench. So Williams will undergo further examination. Look at him stretched out on the examining table behind the scorer's table. We have 5:58 left to play. So we're back underway. Brookdale basketball, they have Kukai, Smith, Wilson, Hawkins, and Carter. Carter in his red-hot hand. Lob it upstairs. That time the alley-oop didn't work. Angeles. Backs up with it. Smith watching. High screen comes from Spates. Down to 10 to shoot. Schultes, crossover, into the lane, lost it, and it's Brookdale basketball. We'll hit the 5-minute mark. Hawkins slips down low and finishes. Not on the same page, Angeles with Spates. The Jersey Blues will look to add to a 13-point edge. Carter, pull-up jump, short that time, and the rebound is Schultes. Angeles, floating shot, gets it to go. Hawkins, they give him the jumper, off the rim, and Schultes guides it to himself. Sambor. Smith gets up on Angeles. On the move. Collects and scores. As Smith went down, he takes an extra second to get to his feet. Take another look there. Hawkins. Oh, there it is! Hawkins to Wilson on the special delivery, and it's Mr. Alley-oop. Sambor bumped by Wilson, and we only caught the bare end of it, so there you see in full glory, Beyond Wilson. They had that down to a T. Sambor at the line. Two out of two. Cuts the deficit to 9. Down the stretch we go. Kukai finger roll, gets the roll. Angeles fancy handling. Step back jumper, no. Smith has got it. And he will slow the pace. As Brookdale works with an 11-point lead inside 3 minutes to go. Eight to shoot. Behind the back. And Wilson lost it. Hawkins, he can get fancy from time to time. Here is Angelis. No good. Bumped on the rebound for Sambor and a foul. Very late whistle. Blown by the official at the baseline. At least we got a little break from the fouls for a few minutes anyway. And Sambor back to the line. Brookdale by 9, and we'll get a timeout. Just over 2 minutes left to play before this one is over. We'll step aside right here on Brookdale TV. Huddled up there with 2:10 left to go. Brookdale 80, Rowan 71. Jersey Blues next will be in action Tuesday at Philadelphia. They have one more game here at the Collins Arena. 1 week from Saturday when Rockland will pay a visit to Lincroft. 4 games left after tonight for the Jersey Blues, who are poised to play in the region tournament. Any team who has a winning record qualifies for the postseason. Drive and kick. Extra pass. Kukai. Count it. A 3 for Adam Kukai. That may be the dagger, with Brookdale extending the lead to 12. The misfire by Fleming, picked up by Carter. Ticked down to the final 90 seconds. It's a reach-in foul, be called on Fleming. Each team is maxed out. Any foul the rest of the way is going to result in 2 free throw attempts. One added 2. 84-71, Brookdale. Angelis steps back, thought about it. Schultes, he drills a 3-pointer, and his team is going to take a timeout. Rowan breaks the huddle. Brookdale joins them on the court for the final minute 14 before this one is official. It would be win number 14 for Brookdale this year against 9 losses. As we go down the stretch of this season, pressure applied here by the Roadrunners. Smith is doubled. And was it a foul or a timeout? A timeout was taken. Full timeout. Minute 10 to go. One minute, 10 seconds remaining. Brookdale by 10. It's 84-74. Trying to wrap this one up. Rowan has done just enough to keep it somewhat interesting. Carter, the long pass, quarterback to receiver, on point for the touchdown. A 40-yard strike. I mean, this was Mahomes to Tyreek. Alex Angeles at the line. Seems that it's taken about 5 minutes to play 9 seconds. But nonetheless, a pretty good game here in the second game of our doubleheader. Carter the rebound. Under a minute to go now. Smith racing ahead all the way, and he's fouled. And he's down. Kukai will get him up. Kevion Alexander in for the Roadrunners in the final 50.3 seconds. And DeAndre Smith at the line. Bends the knees, gets the roll. It's just now picked up by Angeles. Lob it inside. Blocked by Wilson. Rushing up the floor. Kukai misses. Follow jam. No. And now numbers this way for the Roadrunners. Find a man underneath. Brookdale can run out the clock if they choose. But first there's a foul by Angeles. So we're not done yet. Brookdale has played a little bit up and down since their 8-game winning streak. They're 3-4 in their last 7, but about to make it a 500 stretch in their last 8, as they're going to win this one in 16 seconds. Picked up by Smith. We'll see if Rowan opts to foul or back off. Looks like they're going to surrender, but no, because Brookdale turned it over. Can't make it up. And Sambor puts it in. And now the final 2 seconds, and it is over. 89-77, Brookdale gets it done. And a big second half performance by Jelani Carter. A big reason why, as he is ice cold no longer. Found the range once and then made it 3 or 4 times. Led the way for Brookdale in the second half. Cheers all around for Brookdale as you see the two teams shake hands. And the Jersey Blues win it. Once again, the final score, 89-77 over Rowan. So we thank you for joining us for our doubleheader here on Brookdale TV. Thanks to our Brookdale TV crew and head men's basketball coach Paul Chizek for joining us during the first game. Tim will rejoin me 1 week from Saturday when Brookdale welcomes in Rockland, and that will be our next telecast here on Brookdale TV. So once again, I'm Brian Gadsword. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you again in just over a week here on Brookdale TV. Have a good night.